Hello, BookTube. Welcome to Lizziefayelovesbooks. I'm Elizabeth. It's Friday, so it's time for Friday Reads. I have had a pretty good reading week. I have finished 2 more books which met challenges for March Mystery Madness, and I have 6 underway that I've made good progress in. Well, some I've made good progress in, and a couple I've just started within the last 24 hours, but all 6 of those I do plan and hope to finish before the end of March, which is tomorrow. And so let me tell you about what I have been reading. Now, the 2 I finished, one was audio and one was print. This one was to meet the borrowed challenge because I borrowed both the print book and the audiobook from the library. It's Fire and Ice by J.A. Jance. It's book 19 of the J.P. Beaumont series and book 14 of the Joanna Brady series. This was pretty good. I had just one little issue with Joanna Brady and J.P. Beaumont. I don't know. I mentioned it. I tell you what, I mentioned it in my Goodreads review, and it was just something that happened. Just this little thing that happened in the first book where they were in. There was a mashup of these 2 series several books ago, and then it was brought up again, and I just didn't think it was necessary. It didn't add to the story, and it just kind of bothered me. So that I mentioned it in my Goodreads review, and you can friend me on Goodreads or look me up and follow the link down below to my Goodreads page, and you can check that out. So the only other thing about it is that the narrators were different. Now, I'm used to different narrators with Joanna Brady. In fact, I've had fits about the fact that they can't make up their mind how to pronounce a few things in this series. But the narrator was Hillary Huber, and she did fine. The thing that bothered me a little bit was because all of the J.P. Beaumont books up to this point have been narrated by Jean Engany, and this one was narrated by Erik Davies. So there was 2 narrators, Erik Davies and Hillary Huber. Erik Davies did fine. I've heard him on things before, but he just wasn't the voice that I'm used to. You know, and when you've gone that far in a series and then you've got a different narrator, it's just hard to wrap your mind around. But it happens, and you move on, and you try to just pay attention to the book. So then the other book I finished was in print. This met the shelf challenge on for March Mystery Madness. This is Muslin Mystery, book 3 in the Patchwork Mystery series. This book was so much fun. I really think I enjoyed it more than the first 2. And for some reason, I had rated the first book 5 stars. I think because it was just so new and different, and I really loved it. But for some reason, I didn't feel compelled to give this one 5 stars, and I usually don't go too much into stars because, you know, who am I? But there were just some little issues with the writing. You know, a conversation would happen, and then a little farther down the road, another conversation would happen, and it was like that other conversation didn't even happen. And I'm all, wait a minute, weren't you just there? Didn't you just say this over here, and now you're saying this over here? Maybe it was the main character trying to be stealthy. I don't know. But it's about a quilt restorer, and it is there's an underlying Christian theme, but it's just mainly the you know, the main character, because she's a person of faith, and she does, you know, stop and whisper little prayers here and there, you know, because sometimes she gets herself in situations that are kind of sticky. So anyway, this one though was very exciting. It had kidnapping. It had embezzlement. There was just there was a disappearance. There was some mystery concerning members of a family from several years back. These are the kind of mysteries where she starts working on a quilt, and she tries to solve the mystery of the quilt, and then that takes her to the Historical Society, to archives, to libraries, interviewing people, like senior citizens' homes, where she's interviewing people who maybe remember some things, and it's really just right up my street. I love this kind of stuff, and it's very clean, and so if that sounds like something you would like, then I definitely recommend this series. Now, I have been saying I need to read this forever so I could send this series to my sister, and I've been telling her about it, and, she's been hearing me on the video and all that. Well, so she went to her library, and her library has now started buying them, and they're getting them 1 a month. So she's read the first 2 now, and is just waiting for the 3rd one. So it's like, okay, well, I don't have to rush to send them to her, but which was kind of my motivation for trying to get this read. But on the good side of that, we can buddy read them now. So after she gets this one read, we can chat about it, and then we can just read them together. So that will be awesome and a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so I am reading 6 different books right now that I have ongoing, and they are all from different media. So, for instance, the one on my Kindle, I could have probably finished by now, but I went ahead and started another book in print. These were all books that I had planned to finish before the end of the month anyway, just so that I could so that I could say I have 6 different books going and on different media. I just thought that would be cool. I'm reading an ebook that is super cute. It is the first book in a cruise ship mystery series. The book is called Starboard Secrets, and the series is by Hope Callaghan. I wish I could show you a picture. It's so cute. And the neat thing is that they're on sale right now. I had already bought the first 2 in the series for 99 cents a piece, but now there is a big box set of 12 books for 99 cents. It's the first 6 in the cruise ship mysteries and the first 6 in the Garden Girls mysteries by the same author. And so I just went ahead and, spent another 99 cents, and I've got 12 books now. And then there was another series by her. I can't even remember the title now, but I think right now the first 3 of those are on sale for 99 cents, or at least they were. If you go to her website, which I'll put a link below to her website, she's got a schedule of her different sales and the different things going on. So, really good deals. They're pretty short. I could have finished this by now, but I've just been just sort of going along at a casual pace because it's so much fun. I used to work on a cruise ship, and this just brings back lots of memories, and so I'm really enjoying this one. I'll tell you more about it later. I'm only about a chapter into this one. I started it. I read a page or 2 last night, and then I fell asleep. I got up this morning and tried to read. Actually, I finished the prologue this morning, which was several pages, and then I read a few pages in chapter 1 this morning also while I was waiting at the hair salon for the lady who I drive for on Friday morning. So that's as much as I've gotten read in this book. But I have made progress in 3 of my audiobooks today, and that's the cool thing about having things in different mediums, because when I was in the car, I listened to In the Woods by Tana French. And yesterday, Emily and I went to Tampa, and we were in the car a long time, and I got through 4 discs and then a little bit more in the Woods yesterday. So now I just have 2.5 discs left, and so I listened to about a half a disc this morning in the car to and from, and so I think I can get this done now. I was starting to kind of worry I wasn't going to get it finished, but I think I can finish 2.5 discs in that amount of time. And then in my kitchen, I've been listening to The Cat Went Up the Creek by Lilian Jackson Braun. I think this is book 23 in the Cat Who series. This only has 5 discs, and I'm already done with 2 of them. I've got 3 to go. If I can finish this up tonight, then I'll probably bring In the Woods in the house and finish it up, between the house and the car. I'll be able to get it done. I don't think we're going anywhere tomorrow, so I'll probably end up having to finish them both in the house. Then on Playaway, I have been listening to a little bit of The Double Comfort Safari Club by Alexander McCall Smith. I think this is book 10 or 11 in the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series. This has been handy for when my phone is charging. I haven't really gone at it full tilt, but when I finish the book that I am listening to on my phone, then I'll definitely focus on this one, or like I said, when my phone is charging. Now on my phone, I am listening to a book by Gilbert Morris. It's the second book in the Danny Ross mystery series by, like I said, Gilbert Morris. Now, there's something going on with this series. I've said in the past that this series has 2 different editions, one from the 80s and then one from, I guess, the 90s, 2 different publishers, both by Gilbert Morris. On Goodreads, they're listed as kind of being the same series. So I thought the one I was listening to was this one, which is listed as book 2, The Final Curtain. But when I opened this book to see what page I was on, it is not the same book. And I looked at my other, I have 5 of them in, well, I have 4 in this edition because one of mine is 4 of a kind. So anyway, I looked at all the ones I have, and none of them are what I'm reading or listening to right now. So it could be book 6. I don't know. Once I get through the series, I'll figure it out, and then I'll have to get a Goodreads librarian to help me fix it on Goodreads, because it's a mess on there. It's not accurate. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be yet, but I know that it's not absolutely correct on Goodreads. So anyway, I'm listening to a Gilbert Morris book on audio on my phone, and I've got maybe, I'm not to the halfway point. It's about a 9-hour book, and I'm about 2 hours in, and I'm probably going to start speeding it up a little bit to try to get through it a little quicker. So it's pretty interesting so far. It's a lot of family drama. This man has hired Danny and her assistant to protect him because he thinks someone's trying to kill him, and it could possibly be one of his family members, because when she's interviewing them, they don't like him. And so anyway, that's kind of what it's about so far. Okay, so I am reading currently 6 books that I hope to finish by the end of March Mystery Madness, and I finished 2 this past week. That's pretty much been my reading week. The next mystery that I've got to pick up is Sacrilege by S.J. Paris for book club. Our mystery book club is going to be Tuesday the 3rd. I probably won't get this done. It is 13 hours on, actually almost 14 hours on 11 discs. So I don't even know if I'm going to like it. It looks kind of gothic. It says it's a historical thriller. And I don't know. It's really doesn't sound like what I am interested in, but I'll give it a shot and just, I can at least try one disc or, a couple chapters and just see if it's anything that I'm going to like. So that's it. I am going to try to upload at least one more video today, probably a tag video that's mystery related. And then I've got a couple of videos that I want to film and upload tomorrow. And then March Mystery Madness will be in the history books for one more year. So that's it for today. I hope you are having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.